Hi, everyone. Three sisters here. We are again with a new courageous conversation on behalf of life, on behalf of all life. And we are inviting women to rise and share their stories and share their journeys with us. So we restore this tapestry of life, courage, love, visions that each one of us carry. It's a pleasure to have you all here. I would love to introduce a little bit myself. I'm Samiel Carolina. I'm a soul alchemist, and I'm collaborating with Three Sisters, being the host of these courageous conversations. And our idea behind this is to restore this evolutionary river of feminine presence on the planet through three sisters that are actively joining the reforestation revolution and also engaged and committed to do the inner work that it takes to transform ourselves and the world. And today we had Ruthe Schoder-Ehri. I'm not sure if that's your family name pronounced correctly, Ruthe. Ruthe is an earth lover and a dreamer and a visionary. And she is volunteering with Three Sisters in many ways. A member, a scribe, holding spaces, and also a water carrier for us. So I would like Ruthe to come in. I will invite you now to join us for our conversation. If you can come here, can you request to be on the conversation? I don't know why. I can invite you. Let's see if what Ruthe, can you come in? Yes. Can you request to come here? Hi, Janine. Nice to have you here. Ruthe, can you request to be part of the conversation? Yes. And so I'm adding our guest today. And we are connecting. Yes. Hi, Ruthe. How are you? Why I cannot hear you? Can everyone hear Ruthe? Can you let us know? Hi, Christine. Nice to see you here. Can you tell us if you can hear Ruthe? Because I can't. Can you let us know that you can hear us?
Good morning.
No. Yes. Hi,
Good morning.
Now we can hear it. Yes, Diana, thank you.
Okay. I
Janet,
had to take out my earphones.
Christine, can you hear?
You can't hear me?
No, apparently our audience can't hear you still. Diana, can you hear her? Yes?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes. Now, yes. Before it was
Is that
good,
working?
I think. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Paula says that can working. Vanessa say, yay. Okay. Ruthe.
What's an evolutionary conversation without voice? I mean, we could do body language across the world.
That I'm sure it would work as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, timelines and sound. Yeah, it's like everything is so difficult to manage in this dimension sometimes. Okay. Thank you, Vanessa, for letting us know. Janine as well, Sharon, everyone that is here. Ruthe, it's a pleasure to have you here. And the first
Thank
thing I
you.
will love you to share with us is, what does it mean to you being a tree sister?
Well, for me, I started out with the trees, born in Yellowstone Park, and my dad was a ranger. Trees have always been a part of my life. But now that I'm older, it's like Tree Sisters has provided a return to that in a beautiful way. Um, I'm concerned as a mom and as a grandma that the planet survives for our children and our grandchildren. And I now know so much more about why trees are part of that. And that if I did one thing besides using less resources to make sure that climate chaos is mitigated, it would be to plant tropical trees. I'm totally convinced. As soon as I heard that from Claire, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in. It combines everything for me um, that is important right now in my life. Doing some action all the time, every day, every month with my money to plant trees, and then also to be a volunteer for this organization has been wonderful. I just feel more alive, and I feel like I have a kind of meaning in my life beyond my family and my community. And it's a global organization. So that just floats my boat. I love being part of an international group that is using a new way, an experiment to both come together and then to do our work. Everything's done in a more mindful, feminine way that we are finding out what it is as we go along. So it's risky, but hey, I'm in. It keeps me young.
What other choice we have than actually taking risks, right? To evolve in a conscious way.
No, we could stay in the bed under the covers in our jammies and hide. I mean, I have days like that, and it's okay. It's okay to have that happen. But I'm happier with a group of people right now because when I feel despair or grief, and I wake up on Tuesday morning and I think I just don't even want to wake up, then I can say, oh, I can call somebody. That feeling sad about where we're at in our world is okay because we know together there's also the exact opposite of that, which is feeling really alive and like there's power in every minute just in being alive. And I can hold both of those now. And I used to be afraid to even try.
Yeah, I love what you're saying. Is what Three Sisters have created this tapestry of sisterhood, right? Where we know we are not alone in this, in our own lives, but also in the collective, and we can rest
Yeah.
in this circle and show
Yeah.
up
And I
in
don't,
whatever
it's an,
condition we are, whatever state we are, right? Is what we speak about the
right.
collapse or the contraction and the expansion, the in-breath and the out-breath.
Yeah. And this language may be new to some people, but I find that our founder, Claire, was given a format within Tree Sisters, like she was asked to found this organization. And her story, if you don't know it, is really amazing. But we have something called the the journey from being a destroyer species, which is human beings on planet Earth pretty much, to being a restorer species. And just that phrase, going from being a destroyer species to being a restorer species, it involves all of us. It involves the earth, it involves the animals, the plants, the elements, the men, the children, the fairies. Everything's involved in this transition that is underway. It isn't easy and it isn't pretty sometimes, but it's happening. And that language and that journey just makes incredible sense to me. Thinking, it makes sense. But now, in the last couple of years, I'm feeling it more in my body. It's like, ah, I know every day I want to have my bare feet on the earth. And when I go
Mm,
home to Alaska, I do. I go outside in the snow and just really fast put my feet on the earth and making offerings and knowing that if something's coming up in my body, that is important to listen to. And it
mm,
wasn't until I was really involved with Tree Sisters that I got that on another level, that it's connected to all the rest of what we're talking about.
mm. Yeah, yeah. I love how um, the proposal of the inner journey, yes, and all the journeys that we are doing through Three Sisters is an invitation to open up space to feel. And therefore, when we feel, we can really commit to what really matters to us, yes, and engage to with what matters and restore life in our
Mm-hmm.
bodies in the first place, but also on our planet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What
and
what is for
I
you?
have Oh, I was going to say I have more honoring for men right now. I know that Tree Sisters is a feminine organization, but I just want to say that men are not left out. I'm married to a man. We have 3 children. I have 4 grandsons. The masculine is included in everything. The feminine journey is important, but the new course that we're offering is open to men. So we're not exclusionary, we're inclusive. And just the courage it's taking me to be here today is more of a yang, it's more of a masculine, outgoing energy. So we're honoring that in ourselves. So, hi to all the
Beautiful.
gentlemen out there.
Yes, hi to all the men who, through a feminine journey, actually open their own body to feel, yes, and their own heart to feel. That is absolutely an essence that is in men as well. And I mean,
Hmm.
beyond gender, right? In every human being is our capacity to feel. And I love
Yeah,
what you're
it's
saying. So important. Thank you for bringing that masculine in our conversation, in our circle. Ruthe, what is something that that the inner journey brought to you? What would you say is the deepest transformation? Although you shared just now a few things, but what is the deepest transformation that you experience?
um, the inner journey is to travel through 6 places on the map, which again may not be something that everybody understands. But the the process of deeply feeling, I think, is the most important transformation for me. It's not like a um, it's a journey. I think the inner journey is a journey. Everything is always changing. We're always moving, like we might move 1 month at a time in our discussions and our meditations around a map. But within each of those months, each of those moments in our lives, we are including all the other things. So I think it's this essential unity that everything is always one and that it's always changing, that we're on a journey. And I'm not alone in that. The sisterhood that I find has been incredible, and it's going to continue to deepen. And it has its own ability to be active, an active principle in the world. So my ability to be in my own feelings, my own body, and my own life has a direct effect through this sisterhood and this intention we carry together to act on behalf of the planet. I don't have to stay in despair because it doesn't need to exist in this journey. We say hello to it, but we don't need to stay there. It doesn't have the same hold on me that it used to. I'm not sure if I've explained that very well.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's well, I receive it. I receive it. Yeah, I what I receive is that you have more space, yes, and it's more
Mm-hmm.
like a fluid way of being rather than a rigid and a more awake. So we choose in which state we move in our lives, yes, and where we focus. Just
Mm-hmm.
as you say,
Yeah, I
destroying
think that's
or
it. I think that's great. It's not rigid anymore. I grew up, my personality style in this life, very rigid, very idealistic, and very much like go from here to there, linear, and in my mind and in my head. And this fluidity, this softening, this movement is also present. I've always watched it, but now I'm in it, and that is the difference.
Mm. 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 Beautiful. Mm. What does it mean for you to be a water carrier for Three Sisters through the work that you are doing? Maybe you can share a little bit what's the work and what being a water carrier means.
Mm. Yeah, a water carrier is a lovely earth-based name for those of us that contribute more than our monthly offering. We encourage everybody to donate every month, but I make extra donations as often as I can, and I'm a classical homeopath. So when I sit with a client and, you know, she's new and it's $150 on the sliding scale, then I take $50 of that and I send it to Tree Sisters. So I'm directly donating part of what comes to me back to this organization. And I let my clients know that they're helping me plant trees. And if they want to donate more, I mean, most of my clients are now Tree Sisters. And then I also live in an intentional community. And each time that I do the leading of our monthly business meetings, I can make a donation to a charity of our choice. So we'll give $100 each month to a different organization. So I do a Tree Sisters donation. So my community knows who Tree Sisters is. And my family, they'll get a birthday card and, you know, it comes through the Tree Sisters website. So there's different ways to donate. And then some days I will realize that I just took an airplane trip all the way, you know, to Alaska and back. So I make a donation to Tree Sisters as a carbon offset because of the fuel and the impact on the environment. So I just feel like it's woven into my life in a mindful way, and I choose in 2019 to increase that commitment.
And do you know how you're going to do it? How you're going to...
Oh, well, maybe I'll have some more clients.
Okay.
There's always another place to fly on the airplane. I also feel like we can do fundraisers in aid of Tree Sisters. It's a British charity, but there's many creative events that come up. And I'm also an artist, and I'm not a studio artist where I sell things anymore in galleries, but there may come an opportunity. I'm certainly inviting that into my life. If you want to buy one of my paintings or a set of note cards from Africa, fine. You know, you give me $20 and I'll give 10 of it to Tree Sisters. So I carry water because our trees cannot survive without water. It doesn't help our world to plant 1 million trees and have them die in the dry season. Our organization is careful to make sure that the tree planting projects that we do support are going to nurture and sustain the trees. That's part of the integrity of Tree Sisters that I really admire. I don't want to join a group that's a flash in the pan. I don't want to join a group that doesn't have transparency and integrity and the ability to say, oh, I guess we got that one wrong. Okay, let's do something else. That's like, it's so refreshing to live our lives as an experiment because, as Claire says, you can't fail an experiment. You can only learn.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Water is a life-giving, element, and I'm resonating with your newfound fluidity in your way of being, right? So there is no more separation, and I think this is the beautiful, most powerful, and sustainable transformation, yes, that we can experience in ourselves and in the world around us.
And you said resonance, Samiel. I'd like to just talk a little bit more about that because resonance is the basis of both my artwork, my decision making, and certainly homeopathy. It's homeopathy is a medicine of resonance and of matching. What does that mean to you? Resonance.
Resonance? Resonance to me, well, it's actually everything, yes, because we are energy. Everything is energy. So we enter in resonance with, with different states and different places. And Yeah, that's the way we actually are communicating. Just like,
Mm-hmm.
the trees will teach us.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking back to when I first heard Claire. It was like she was doing an interview, and it was like she played notes in a chord, like on a piano, and then each of those notes meant something in my life and in what I was searching for at the time. So like bing, 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 and it matched. And that's what I look at for whether a remedy that I share with someone is working, that it's resonant with what's going on, what are the imbalances in their life. So isn't that amazing how it's all connected?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And when we are paying attention, harmony is restored. Yes, through that resonance, through
Mm-hmm.
really following, in this newfound fluidity in our body and mind, what feels good, right? What feels good for us feels
Yeah,
good for everyone. What's good for
yeah,
us is good for everyone. Yeah,
yeah. I was just talking
so it's
this
really.
morning before we came on about it's okay to feel good. It's okay to feel good. It's like the world is so crazy right now. We think we have to feel terrible all the time, and that's not the legacy I want. That's not the life that I want. And so, you're absolutely right. Our bodies can tell us when they don't feel good or when they do feel good, and if we can tune in and teach our children how to do that, it's really important. I wasn't taught to listen to my body. I've had to relearn that.
Yeah, beautiful, because in this world where there is so much going on, sometimes feeling good is like a source of guilt or shame, right? And,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
hiding.
yeah. Or that we're
And I
faking
think,
it. We're faking it.
yeah, 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 yeah. So, what I wanted to ask you is, since this is a courageous conversation, just courageous because it takes courage to show up and to say, hey, this is my vision, this is what I believe in, this is just who I am and how I feel and what I create, and what I stand for in the world. How was that process for you to nominate yourself and to show up here and to shine your light?
Let's see. I want to tell the truth. Um,
Truth is beautiful.
uh, I thought about it for a while. I'm active within the organization, and so I thought, well, maybe everybody's already heard from me. So then I thought, no, it's okay. You have a voice. And then I thought, well, I'm too old. I'm like, where did that one come from? So just in the process of nominating myself, I went through these different things that I could say, oh, hello, goodbye. I don't need you. Um, and then when I signed up and got a response, I felt really happy. I felt connected, and it's been fine since then. You know, I don't feel like I'm promoting myself. I feel like I'm talking about what I'm engaged in, that I'm really passionate about this. And so, and I enjoy meeting you, and I love it that you're in Spain and that you speak Spanish. So that connection has helped me get through the technical difficulties, like what time is it going to be at, and things like that.
Wow, beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
We
There
have
is a
to be
big part.
brave. We have to be brave. I'm too old not to be courageous. I think when I turned 65 last month, um, I was at a place in my life where I don't have enough time left to 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 not speak truth. I don't have enough time left to waste my time. It's like, even though it's an artificial construct, there's a kind of fearlessness in me now that I have not tapped into before. And that is good. I welcome it. It's a little scary. It's like a little bit like an untamed animal, but it's okay. If I'm too loud or I make a mistake or I offend somebody, then I have some tools to use.
Beautiful. Yeah. Mm. What it will be your final invitation or call for those who wants to join Three Sisters as donators, water carriers, or to join the new course that we are experiencing now? What will be your final invitation, your final ask for them to be
Yeah.
part of this movement?
In the words of a gentle man, be not afraid. And then I really want to share with you my daily prayer, and it's the last part of it. It's the Invocation of the Cosmic Mother by Judy Sion. And I'll end with that because it's an invitation for all of us.
Please.
Come to our hearts and gift us the remembering. Come to our minds and open our genius. Enlighten us with your presence. Draw back the veils that we might see and hearken the doors to open, that beauty and ecstasy can live in our homes and hearts more fully. This is our hour of greatest need. We call you through fire and water. We call you through earth and air. We call all your lineages and all your names. Come into us. Come unto us. So be it.
So be it. And so it is. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Te quiero mucho.
Te adoro.
Y nuestro
Thank you
tierra.
so
To the beauty of the earth and all who live here. Thank you to everyone who came.
Thank you.
We can read your comments later. I really appreciate it. And sign up. If you're a Tree Sister, sign up to do one of these. I feel light and happy and engaged and wonderful. Yay!
Thank you so much, Ruthe. And yeah, thank you for inviting everyone. I think, we think that everyone matters here. Each one of us has our own special space to occupy. And so we are welcoming everyone. Thank you so much for being here, for commenting, for supporting us, and see you on the next conversation. Bye. Bye.